So are you going to be standing up for the whole
you need me to...
let's go.
Yeah, you want to do it?
Go ahead like that. Just want to make sure. Yeah, I don't know if you can even move more to the right. Although if you stand like, well, just let me know what you're comfortable with. There we go. That'll work. That'll work. Yeah. Double.
Let me know if you see me.
Okay, cool. I mean, yeah, this is kind of extra, you know? As long as you get the broadcast, obviously. Welcome you to Morgan City, Louisiana, as Central Catholic gets ready to take on your Ascension Episcopal Blue Gators. Hello, my name is Brandon Como, and thank you so much for joining me here as we finish off the last game of the first round of district play here in District 7-1A. Your Ascension Episcopal Blue Gators coming off of a tough loss, an emotional loss to Lafayette Christian Academy Knights, 100-41 on Friday night. Ascension Episcopal again going to look to rebound and improve upon their only 2 losses in district play as they take on a Central Catholic team that is 3-3 in district play, and came in with only 2 wins on the season into district, but has done well for themselves once they've gotten into district play. Had some tough competition early on, which we'll probably get to in just a little bit with their schedule, but they've righted things here and they're playing pretty well in district play. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and give you the district standings here. In District 7-1A, LCA is sitting atop at 6-0. Centerville, who defeated Ascension Episcopal not quite 2 weeks ago. Centerville is 5-1. Ascension Episcopal 4-2 in district play, 8-10 overall. VC 3-3 in district play, as well as Central Catholic. The difference is VC was able to get a victory over Central Catholic not long ago. So right now they would hold the tiebreaker, so they will play a second game in the series in district play. Hampton at 2-4 in District 7-1A play. Gaydon 1-5, and Highland Baptist is over at 0-6. Going over Friday night's games, giving you some scores real quickly. As we mentioned, Ascension Episcopal lost to LCA 100-41. Centerville defeated Vermilion Catholic 62-44. Central Catholic of Morgan City edged Gaydon 39-37, and Hampton blew past Highland 70-42. In tonight's games in District 7-1A competition, Ascension Episcopal, of course, here in Morgan City against Central Catholic. Centerville taking on Highland tonight. Gaydon will be tangling with Hanson, and VC will be challenging LCA. a minute here to go before the game begins between the Blue Gators and the Eagles. As I mentioned, the Eagles, they took on some tough competition this year. They got a 7-point loss to 5A power HL Bourgeois. Lost to powers such as Morgan City, Central Lafourche, Eden White, and Lusher Charter. Got about 30 seconds to go here before the tip-off. I'm going to go ahead and give you starting lineups real quickly. For Central Catholic, starting tonight will be number 5, Davion Bias, number 12, Elijah Swan, number 21, Blake Byrne, number 33, Jalen Johnson, and number 11, Tanner Wiggins. For the Ascension Episcopal Blue Gators, Eli Mouton, Jake Arsenault, Jake Vaskaku, Ronald LeBlanc, and it looks like Zachron Quillo will get the start tonight as well.
Go White.
So we're getting ready to set for action tonight.
Go Jalen.
Want to thank our fine sponsors, C&G Boats, Drs. Tony and Rick Leone, Ann and Ted Kurgan with Sonic Nursing Specialties, Matt Roth, and the Ascension Booster Club. We'll tell you more about our fine sponsors coming up. But here's the tip, and Ronald LeBlanc winning the tip, wearing number 24 tonight, as opposed to number 40. Ronald LeBlanc, they try to go down low to him. He misses the first shot but gets the putback. And that's the theme of just about every single one of these district contests for Ascension Episcopal. Get the ball down low to Ronald LeBlanc and let him go to work. That time he was double teamed, was able to make it go in. For the Eagles, a little shake and bake there by Eli Mouton. Jake Arsenault with the long three goes no good. So 2-0 lead early on here, 7:19 to go here in the first quarter for the Blue Gators. Turnover by the Eagles, ball goes over to the Blue Gators. Eli Mouton will go ahead and take the basketball out. Gets it to Arsenault, who gets it right back to him. Little full court press here, broken easily by the Blue Gators. Great passing here to find Vaskaku on the corner for the three, misses, no good. Rebound by LeBlanc, no good, and here come the Eagles the other way. Ball over to Blake Byrne, who puts up the shot, no good. Rebounded by Elijah Swan, ball knocked out of bounds, will stay with the Eagles. Swan inbounds it to Byrne. As Byrne surveys the 2-3 defense, and again, we remind you, the Blue Gators like to mix it up on defense quite a bit. Ball in the hands of Brooke Thomas, gets it over to Blake Byrne.
You got Jalen?
23 on the roster.
20 got Jalen.
Jalen, okay, thank you.
Yeah, it was 20. And Brooke started instead of...
Got Jalen Johnson here at the line, shooting the first of 2 free throws is no good. 2-0 is your score here early on. Second free throw up. And it's in. First point of the night goes to Johnson, and the score is cut down to 2-1 in favor of the Blue Gators. Eli Mouton with the basketball as they're trying to pass their way around this 2-3 zone defense. Ron Quillo with the drive, and the foul will be called on Byrne, his first of the game. Eli Mouton will inbound it under the goal. Gets it to Arsenault. who gets it back to Mutah. Mutah thought about the three, but decided to pull it back out. Gets it to Arsenault, who gets it to Ronquillo. Nice ball movement by the Blue Gators. Gets it to Mutah. Open three does not fall. And here come the Eagles the other way. Here comes Johnson. Byrne going to dribble the basketball. Get the offense set up. Brooks Thomas thought about the three. Decided to drive it. Finds Byrne, who gets it down low to Tanner Wiggins, who misses the close shot. And here go the Blue Gators. Arsenault missing the shot, but looks like he'll get the foul call. So Arsenault will go to the line for two.
Take your time, Jake.
First shot up is no good. 5:10 to go here in the first quarter. 2-1. Ascension Episcopal leads early. Ronald LeBlanc with the only field goal of the game. Second free throw barely touches the net for Arsenault. Ball will go over to the Eagles.
Go, bro.
Davion Bias with the ball, playing the point right now. Finds Thomas in the corner, who's guarded heavily by Eli Mutah, who's one of the better defenders in the district. Ball goes over to Johnson in the corner. He misses the three, and here comes Mutah the other way. Mutah got a 1-on-3 here. Well advised, should have held on to the basketball there. Tried to pull it out and set the offense up. Foul is going to be called here on Ronald LeBlanc. That's his first. Davion Bias with the basketball, guarded heavily by Eli Mutah. Elijah Swan going to go ahead and throw a cross-court pass to number 3, Brooks Thomas. He gets it over to Tanner Wiggins, mid-range, no good. Rebound goes over to Mutah. Gets it over to Arsenault, and here come the Blue Gators. Ronquillo gets the ball back to Arsenault, who gets it to Mutah as they will go ahead and set up the offense. So low-scoring affair here as we're halfway through the first quarter, 2-1 in favor of Ascension Episcopal. Those teams employing zone defenses, respectively. Ball goes out of bounds, but does stay with the Blue Gators. Ronquillo will inbound it to Mutah. Again, Central Catholic in their 2-3 zone. Good ball work there. Gets it down low to LeBlanc. Misses the close range shot. Byrne with the basketball. Gets it over to Elijah Swan, who gets it over to Jalen Johnson, who gets it back to Swan. Again, the Eagles trying to get away through the defense, and they do. Jalen Johnson with the basket. Nice ball movement there by the Eagles as they were able to work their way through the Blue Gator zone and get the basket and take the lead in the ball game, 3-2 in favor of the Eagles. Long three by Ronquillo, rims in and out. Rebound goes over to Wiggins. Byrne with the basketball, pushing it down the court, gets it over to Bias, who gets it back over to Wiggins. Byrne. Travel call there on Blake Byrne. Ball goes over to the Blue Gators.
All right, Blake.
Timeout called here. So we'll go ahead and tell you about our sponsors. I want to thank CNG Boats, providing safe and reliable marine transportation across the Gulf Coast. CNG Boats is a marine transportation company that specializes in services to support oil and gas operators and other customers both on the shelf and in deep water. Doctors Tony and Rick Leone are supporters of Blue Gator Athletics as well as youth sports across all of Acadiana. Dr. Rick Leone's full-service ophthalmology practice in Lafayette provides patients with superior vision correction services. Rick's wife, Dr. Tony Leone, is a board-certified pediatrician providing nursing specialties, committed to providing comprehensive in-home healthcare services guided by a risk management program. Nursing Specialties is committed to recognizing and respecting each patient's individual needs and to expressing this respect throughout their daily performance. Give NSI a call for all your home healthcare needs. Ball goes inside to LeBlanc. Doesn't get the shot to go in, but is fouled in the process. And that's what LeBlanc can do for you as they try to continue to work it down low to him as he draws fouls and gets buckets. First free throw is good, and that evens the score at 3 apiece. Second free throw put up. Second free throw is good. Ronald LeBlanc coming out hitting both of his free throws. Free throws have been an issue for him this year. Pressure defense here by the Blue Gators as they snap out the 2-3. Momentarily broken, but ball rejected by Ronald LeBlanc. Goes back to the Eagles. Shot put up by Devion Bias. And Eli Mouton gets the ball. Eli Mouton driving. Turnover. Here come the Eagles the other way. Great job of maneuvering his way through the defense with Swan. Could not get the finish, and the ball will go over to the Blue Gators. So Swan doing a fantastic job of weaving his way through the defense, but could not finish off the shot. And the ball goes back to Ascension as the Blue Gators lead 4-3 with 1:50 and counting to go in the first quarter. Again, we're live here in Morgan City. The first of 2 games that these two teams will play each other in district play. Eli Mouton trying to save the basketball, does. Heads up play by LeBlanc, able to keep it in bounds as well. Arsh's able to retrieve the loose ball. Tough zone defense so far for Central Catholic early on in this game. Wide open basket, doesn't take the shot, turns the ball over instead. And here comes Brooks Thomas, who maneuvers his way through and finishes with the basket. Great job by Brooks Thomas working his way around the defender. And it gives the Eagles the 5-4 lead here in the first quarter. Double team action on LeBlanc. Arsenault drives to the rim and travels in the process. And here's what some teams, the teams of success against the Blue Gators have been able to do, is they can double team LeBlanc and make the others beat you. The others have to step up. Burns going to go ahead and dribble this clock down, see if they can hold it for the final possession. Again, 5-4 in favor of the Eagles. Brooks Thomas. Ball goes over to Jalen Johnson. Again, the Eagles in no hurry to put up a shot here as they take off time here to end the first quarter. Ball inside goes to Elijah Swan, who's able to draw the foul. Elijah Swan will inbound the basketball. Tries to go for the alley-oop to Johnson. No good, but the ball goes in the hands of Burns, who gets the 3-pointer good. So a great finish to the end of the first quarter if you're an Eagles fan, as the Eagles go up 8-4 at the end of the first quarter. I want to thank our sponsors once again. Ann and Ted Kurgan Sonic Drive-In Restaurants support Blue Gator basketball as well as youth sports throughout Acadiana. Stop by Sonic to show your appreciation to Ann and Ted Kurgan for their support of Ascension Athletics. Matt Roth, Quick Slant's Quarterly Youth Sports Magazine, covers all of Acadiana's youth sports and the Ascension Booster Club. Call the school if you're interested in becoming a member or go to their Facebook page. So 8-4 here as we begin the second quarter. Eagles lead here in the matchup. Ronald LeBlanc with all 4 of the points for Ascension Episcopal, 1 on a field goal and the other 2 on free throws. On the other side, Blake Byrne, Brooks Thomas, and Jalen Johnson, each scoring for the Eagles. Eagles inbound the basketball, try and catching the Blue Gators sleeping. The Blue Gators able to respond in time as Byrne gets ready to set the offense up near midcourt. Eagles having a hard time getting through this zone defense as they pass the ball around, try and get an open shot. Shot eventually put up by Swan, but missed. Rebound goes to Johnson, who misses the mid-range jumper as well. And here comes Mouton the other way. Mouton leaving his way through the defense, picking over to LeBlanc, who gets another basket. That's 6 points on the night for LeBlanc. Cuts the lead to 8-6 in favor of the Eagles. Cross-court pass goes over to Brooks Thomas, who puts up the long 3. It's back iron and no good. Rebound by Ronquillo, gets it over to Mouton. Tried to get a fast break opportunity going there, but pulled the ball back, and I think wisely so. Mouton gets it over to Arsenault, who gets it to Ronquillo, who gets it to LeBlanc, who gets it back to Ronquillo. Mouton with a wide open 3-pointer. Does not fall. And here goes the Eagles once again. Brooks Thomas thought about the shot, decided to give it to one of his teammates. Ball goes over to Elijah Swan, who gets it back to Byrne. Eagles working it around here as they find an open Swan, but the ball does not go in on the 3-pointer. And here comes Ascension Episcopal. Wide open Basketball gets the easy 2 points. His first points of the game evens the score at 8 apiece. Not going to get much easier than that for Basketball as he was able to get behind the Eagles defense there, get himself an easy 2. Mid-range shot put up by Wiggins, does not fall. Johnson has his back though and gets the follow. Make that 5 points on the night for Johnson as Eagles go back up 10-8. Very competitive game here early on, did not expect anything less. Eli Mouton tried to rifle it in to LeBlanc, was fortunate there, the ball didn't get turned over. Very fortunate they didn't lose a possession there. Let's see if they can make the Eagles pay here. Ascension continuing to try and move the basketball around this defense. Little dribble drive there, gets it over to Mouton, gets it over to Arsenault, who gets it back to Mouton, gets it to Ronquillo. Excuse me. A little back and forth between Mouton and Ronquillo. Ronquillo with a long 3 does not go in. Long rebound to Arsenault, gets the alley-oop to LeBlanc. Didn't quite finish the alley-oop there, but 2 points nonetheless. Make that 6 points on the night. No, 8 points, I should say, for Ronald LeBlanc. 10-10 is your score. Nice drive by Elijah Swan. Great job there, splitting the defense by Elijah Swan as the Eagles go back up by 2. 12-10, 4 minutes to go here in this second quarter. Ronquillo with the wide open 3. A little too strong as the rebound goes to Eagles. Zach's got to shake that off and get ready to play some great defense. Good job by Mouton there, almost causing the turnover. Very active on the defensive end. And there you go, it pays off. Basketball with the steal. Fortunate for the Eagles there, as it looked like there was a Fast break going the other way. It looked like he would have ended in a alley-oop, but turnover goes back over to the Eagles. So 12-10 is your score. Now Eagles lead by 2. 3:32 to go in the second quarter. Davion Bias with the basketball. Looks like Ascension's playing a high 3-2, or really just multiple defenses they're throwing at him right now. But a wide open burn in the corner does not make the Blue Gators pay, but rebound goes to Ronquillo nonetheless. Werner in the basketball game now as he gets it over to Vascacu. LeBlanc right now taking a breather as Werner comes in the basketball game. And here's Werner, passes on the wide open 3. Unfortunate turnover for the Blue Gators. And here come the Eagles the other way. Yeah, that's a trouble. Jalen Johnson double teamed on the play. And he took his 2 steps. 12-10 your score here. Eagles lead, 2:34 to go in the second quarter.
Go, Jalen!
And Brennan Lightfoot in the game now. And he'll take the wide open 3-point shot, which falls no good. Ball nearly stolen by Mouton. Ball goes out to number 5, Davion Bias. And ball goes over to the Blue Gators.
Got 2-3.
Oh, thank you.
Work hard.
Back to action here. Apologize for the little delay there. 12-10 is your score. Eagles lead by 2. 1:20 to go here in the second quarter. Ball given over to Johnson, who works his way through multiple defenders, not able to get the finish. But ball stays in possession of the Eagles. Travel call on Brooks Thomas. Ball will go back over to the Blue Gators. One minute exactly to go here in this first half as the Blue Gators find themselves trailing by 2. Cross-court pass to Ronquillo, who gets it to Mouton. Blue Gators continuing to work the ball across the court. Great ball movement here. Ronquillo with the drive, does not get it to fall. Here's Johnson. Basket no good, but the foul called technical as well. So technical foul called on Tanner Wiggins for the Eagles. So Jalen Johnson will go ahead and take his 2 free throw shots.
Let's go, Jalen.
And we'll see someone from the Blue Gators take a technical free throw as well. First free throw goes down for Jalen Johnson. He has 6 points on the night. Second free throw is no good. So Eli Mouton goes to the free throw line here for the technical shot. First shot up goes in for the Blue Gators. So he'll get 2 free throws here. Second free throw is in, and that's his second point of the night for Eli Mouton. So after all of that, the score is 13-12 in favor of the Eagles, but the ball goes over to Ascension Episcopal. 37 seconds and counting to go as the Blue Gators can go ahead and try and hold for the last shot, and that looks like that's what they're about to do. So it's been a little bit of a back and forth game here, though the Eagles have led most of the way. But the Blue Gators have an opportunity here to take that lead back before the end of the half. 14 seconds to go as the Eagles defense is content to let Mouton run the clock down. 8 seconds as the offense gets moving for Ascension. Lightfoot with the open three-pointer, and it hits nothing but air. Desperation shot put up no good, so the halftime score is 13-12 Eagles over the Blue Gators.
And then Taylor answered at the end of the game. Taylor hit one half.
All right, so we want to thank our fine sponsors here for this Ascension Episcopal broadcast. C&G Boats, they provide safe and reliable marine transportation across the Gulf Coast. C&G Boats is a marine transportation company that specializes in services to support oil and gas operators and other customers both on the shelf and in deep water. Matt Roth, Quick Slant's Quarto Youth Sports Magazine covers all of Acadiana's youth sports. Ascension Booster Club. Call the school if you're interested in becoming a member or go to their Facebook page. Also, Ann and Ted Kurgan Sonic Drive-In Restaurants support Blue Gator basketball as well as youth sports throughout Acadiana. Stop by Sonic to show your appreciation to Ann and Ted Kurgan for their support of Ascension Athletics. Dr. Tony and Rick Leone, they're supporters of Blue Gator Athletics as well as youth sports across all of Acadiana. Dr. Rick Leone's full-service ophthalmology practice in Lafayette provides patients with superior vision correction services. Rick's wife, Dr. Tony Leone, is a board-certified pediatrician providing nursing specialties, committed to providing comprehensive in-home healthcare services guided by a risk management program. Nursing Specialties is committed to recognizing and respecting each patient's individual needs and to expressing this respect throughout their daily performance. Give NSI a call for all your home healthcare needs. So we'll go ahead and break down the scoring for you here in just a second. Go ahead and let's take a look here at the Blue Gators first. Leading the scores for the Blue Gators tonight, Ronald LeBlanc, who has, let's see here, 8 points on the night as he easily leads the Blue Gators in scoring. Jake Vasquez and Eli Mouton each have 2 apiece, which gives the Blue Gators 12 on the night. And taking a look at the Eagles of Central Catholic. Leading them in scoring is Jalen Johnson, who has 6 points on the night. Blake Byrne with 3. Elijah Swan and Brooks Thomas each have 2. So a little bit more of a balanced effort so far tonight from the Eagles. Very defensive-laden ball game tonight as, Ascension came out early and tried to establish Ronald LeBlanc and was able to get an early bucket with him. He was able to get a few more shots during the game, but really the Eagles did a good job of double and sometimes triple teaming him here in this first half and really not allowing this offense to get in sync for the Blue Gators. Now on the other side, the Blue Gators are playing some pretty good defense themselves. Now, the Blue Gators offensively have missed some wide open three-point shots. The Eagles on the other side have missed some open mid-range shots and some shots near the rim that they were hoping to get fall but did not go through. But nonetheless, though, both teams are playing really good defense. Both teams are, for the most part, sitting in a 2-3 zone. Central Catholic, again, from time to time, they will double team LeBlanc, but And what Ascension will do is from time to time go ahead and put a trap in. But again, both of these teams operating solely out of the 2-3 zone early on in this ball game. Now this is a big ball. This is a big matchup here for both teams because, as I said, Central Catholic, they lost the other night to Vermilion Catholic, and they're 3-3 in the standings. But a win here and a VC loss to LCA tonight, and Central Catholic could find themselves shooting up the standings. As a matter of fact, they could see themselves shooting up to third place in the standings with a victory tonight. Keep in mind they're in fifth, or they're tied for fourth, losing on the tiebreaker to VC. But again, they can pull off this victory. They can shoot up to number 3 behind LCA and Centerville. Now again, if you're Ascension Episcopal and you want to keep pace here in this district, you want to be able to win these contests because, again, they have the losses to LCA and Centerville. Centerville is a team that I think many fans will really look forward to seeing come back to Youngsville to take on their Blue Gators, because that was a very competitive game for the first half and throughout 3 quarters, but really the defense of Centerville was just eventually wore down the Blue Gators, but also the 3-point shooting of Centerville was huge for them as well, and not sure if those 3-pointers will necessarily fall, when they go on the road to Youngsville. So I think it's a good contest that has a very good chance, even though it ended up being a double-digit victory for Centerville, the Bulldogs. I do think the Blue Gators have a great opportunity to pay them back once they get back over to Youngsville. Now, coming up next for Ascension Episcopal after tonight's matchup is a rematch with Hanson. Again, these teams play each other in district play twice during the season, and the Blue Gators opened up their district schedule with the matchup against Hanson. As a matter of fact, it was our first broadcast here on ESPN1420 YouTube page, and it was a very, very decisive victory for the Blue Gators, as you had 3 starters get in double figures: Ronald LeBlanc, Eli Mouton, and Zach Ronquillo, who had 5 3-pointers in the game. That contest ended in a 62-39 rout by the Blue Gators. Again, Hanson on the season was only 2-4 in district play.
Thank you.
So go ahead and get situated here. Thank you so much. Appreciate the hospitality of everybody here at Central Catholic. They've been absolutely very gracious, so we thank them so much. Again, Hanson 2-4 in district play. Again, Hanson and Ascension will battle on Friday night. That game will be on the road in Hanson, and that game will be on ESPN1420 radio, ESPN1420 AM, ESPN1420.com, as Steve Pelican will have the call for you for the big game on Friday night. So 2:33 and counting to go here in this intermission halftime, as the Blue Gators trail the Eagles 13-12. So you're going to go ahead and make another adjustment here. There we go. Excuse the adjustments here. There we go. Just continue to get ourselves situated. Thank you so much. All right, so 2:04 here to go in this game. Let's go ahead and thank our sponsors one more time before we get back to action. C&G Boats, providing safe and reliable marine transportation across the Gulf Coast. C&G Boats is a marine transportation company that specializes in services to support oil and gas operators and other customers both on the shelf and in deep water. Doctors Tony and Rick Leone are supporters of the Blue Gator Athletics, as well as youth sports across all of Acadiana. Dr. Rick Leone's full-service ophthalmology service in Lafayette provides patients with superior vision correction services. Rick's wife, Dr. Tony Leone, is a board-certified pediatrician, providing nursing specialties, committed to providing comprehensive in-home healthcare services guided by a risk management program. Nursing Specialties is committed to recognizing and respecting each patient's individual needs and to expressing disrespect throughout their daily performance. Give NSI a call for all your home health care needs. Ann and Ted Kerrigan Sonic Drive-In Restaurants support Blue Gator basketball as well as youth sports throughout Acadiana. Stop by Sonic to show your appreciation to Ann and Ted Kerrigan for their support of Ascension Athletics. Matt Roth, Quick Slants Quarterly Youth Sports Magazine, covers all of Acadiana's youth sports. A special thank you to Matt Roth. The Ascension Booster Club. Call the school if you're interested in becoming a member or go to their Facebook page.
Go White.
All right, so about 30 seconds to go here in the half as we get ready for play. Ascension down 13-12, but they will get the ball coming out to open the second half. And again, for Ascension, you got to make sure you go back to the big guy, Ronald LeBlanc, who's wearing number 24 tonight instead of number 40. You want to get him going. He had 8 points in that first half. You want to get him going down low, and the key too is if he's double teamed down low and you've got a shot, you got an open shot, you got to knock it down if you're the Blue Gators. Arsenault will open with a three-pointer, which is no good. Ball will stay in possession of the Blue Gators. Mouton with the mid-range jumper goes good. So make that 4 points for Eli Mouton as the Blue Gators get the lead back at 14-13 during early third quarter action. Byrne with the basketball gets it over to Brooks Thomas. They try to work it down low. And here goes Byrne with a nice drive. And is going to go ahead and draw the foul and go to the free throw line for two. So great job by Byrne there, not settling for the outside and deciding to take it down low and take it to Ascension. That's exactly what he did there, and he's earned him 2 free throws. First free throw is up and good for Byrne. That's his 4th point of the night. Ties the score up at 14 apiece. Second free throw is good as well. Makes the score 15-14 in favor of the Eagles. Charge call on Jake Arsenault. Ball will go back over to the Eagles, who have a 1-point lead. So Johnson inbounding the basketball, gets it over to Byrne as the Eagles get ready to set up their offense. Great job by Eli Mouton picking the pocket of Johnson as Mouton will take it himself. Great job by Mouton there, applying the pressure to the defense and gets the foul called. Was looking for Ronquillo on the outside for a three-pointer, but he'll take the foul call, I'm sure. As Ronquillo with the basketball gets it over to Mouton, who takes a three-pointer, and it goes in. And Mouton looks like he's starting to feel it. That's 5 points for Mouton just in the second half alone. Ball goes over to Johnson as the Eagles work the ball around this zone defense. They try and get it inside to number 12, Elijah Swan, who turns the basketball over. So 17-15 in favor of the Blue Gators in this tight defensive battle. Eli Mouton, though, has got himself 5 quick points here in this second half. Goes for another 2, and he's got it. That's 7 points for Mouton just in the second half. And the lead increases to 4. Heads up play there by Brooks Thomas, who gets it over to Elijah Swan, who puts the basket in. That narrows the gap to 2 for Ascension Episcopal. Coach Mouton not happy not happy with the Blue Gators on that play there as they relaxed just a little bit, and Brooks Thomas very heads up, able to steal the basketball there and off the inbounds, and able to set his teammate up for an easy basket. So 19-17, the scoring has picked up considerably here in the third quarter, especially considering this was a 13-12 score at the half in favor of the Eagles. And really the story of the second half so far has been the all-around play of Eli Mouton. The defensive end causing havoc, causing turnovers, causing issues for the Eagles offense, and then on the other end, hitting his mid-range jumpers, hitting his three-point shot that he took as well. And you can tell in the way that he's putting the ball up right now, he's got confidence in his shot. So 5:34 to go here in this third quarter. 19-17 is your score.
Come on, Gator, right?
Checking into the basketball game.
Let's get it done.
Is Austin Arsenault. Arsenault will go ahead and give LeBlanc a breather. Jake Arsenault, the quarterback from the semifinal team, drives the basket, no good. Ball goes back over to the Eagles. Again, I mentioned Jake Arsenault, quarterback for the Ascension Episcopal Blue Gators football team that made it all the way to the Division IV state semifinals. Eagles trying to find a hole in this Blue Gator defense. This defense has really been a staple for most of the year, especially district play for the Blue Gators. Johnson with the basketball, gets it back over to Byrne, who gets it to Johnson. Cross-court pass to Brooks Thomas. Defense reacting very well, though, and as they just now did, getting the steal. Mouton will get the foul. Foul called on Tanner Wiggins.
Every time, we're after that call out.
So ball will be in favor or in possession of the Blue Gators. Jake Arsenault will take the basketball down the court.
Let's go, defense.
Gets it over to Vaskaku, who's had a pretty quiet night so far. His tough play, though, for the Blue Gators has been pretty special for them at times. Vaskaku over to Arsenault. Thought about the three, decided he'd rather pass on it. Vaskaku near the free throw line, gets the shot to fall. And just as I say he's having a quiet night, Vaskaku gets his fourth point on the night. Makes the score 21-17 in favor of the Blue Gators. Ball nearly stolen by Mouton. His foot stepping out of bounds as he was trying to save the basket off of his steal, to no avail, though. Just under 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter as Ascension has a 4-point lead. Eagles basketball, though. Byrne whips it across court to Davion Bias, who's guarded closely by Eli Mouton. And you're going to have a hard time driving it on Mouton. He's got great hands. He's got great feet on the defensive end. Nearly picked the lane there. Eagles trying to find an opening in this defense. They do, and the shot falls for Bias. Great job of staying patient there, and Bias doing a good job of not settling for the three, but working his way inside, getting a good high percentage mid-range shot. So Mouton going to drive it, goes in between two defenders, misses the shot, but ball will stay in possession of the Blue Gators. Yeah, that's what I thought was going to have 5 seconds to call. As the Blue Gators took too long to inbound. As a matter of fact, referee called 5 seconds just as Mouton was about to release the basketball. So a half a second too late there by the Blue Gators. They still lead 21-19.
Go, Jalen. Go, Jalen.
Byrne with the basketball. He's got 3 Blue Gators around him. Kick ball called there on the Eagles. Johnson will go ahead and inbound it to Byrne. Good job by Davion Bias, who gets it to Tanner Wiggins, who gets the shot. So again, Bias showing his ability to be able to drive to the basket. That time sets up his teammate as the Eagles tie it up. Blue Gators continue to work the basket around, work the ball around, I should say. Ron Quilla with the open three-point shot, hits the front of the rim and comes out. Elijah Swan nearly slipping and falling there, able to maintain his balance. And here's Bias once again in the corner. Gets it back to Byrne, who drives the lane, finds an open. Elijah Swan misses. Rebounded by Johnson. Ball goes up and in. Jalen Johnson strong to the basket there. As he gets the 2 points. Ronald LeBlanc checks back into the ball game for the Blue Gators, but Johnson at the line to try and finish off a 3-point play the old-fashioned way. Ball rims out. Rebound goes over to Elijah Swan, who gets the 2. And just quite simply put, Elijah Swan wanted the ball more in that situation. He worked hard for it and he got it. So 25-21 is your score, as that's an 8-0 run in favor of the Eagles here. And again, Elijah Swan there just sticking with the ball and really just continuing to battle. Even though he didn't have position, he was able to battle the Blue Gator and was able to eventually get the rebound. So 1:51 to go here in the third quarter. 25-21 is your score. Again, Central Catholic on an 8-0 run in this game. In the ball game now for the Blue Gators is Brennan Lightfoot. Lightfoot coming in for, let's see here, who's Lightfoot in for? Turnover by the Blue Gators. Ball goes back over to the Eagles. As Lightfoot is in for Jake Arsenault. Good defense by Ronquillo is following Byrne across the court. Johnson with the ball, and Johnson does have 8 on the night, but he's been relatively quiet for most of the night. And here goes Byrne driving it down the lane. Travel called. Ball goes over to the Blue Gators. Here comes Eli Mouton with the basketball. Basketball tries to set a pick. Mouton runs around it. Here goes LeBlanc with the ball on the low post, and a nice move. Nice move by LeBlanc. Able to put together another 2. Now the score to 2. 25-23, 45 seconds to go in the third quarter. Eagles working the basketball around, trying to find another opening. And here goes Bias with the dribble drive. Beautiful play by Bias. Again, he's got an explosive first step, and he simply knows what he's doing when he's going to the basket. Lead back up to 4 in favor of the Eagles. 27-23 as the Blue Gators will go ahead and hold for the final shot. Six seconds to go. They'll need to go ahead and get up a shot soon. Ronquillo with a long three-pointer off the back iron and no good. So this makes the score 27-23 at the end of 3 in favor of the Eagles. The Eagles able to withstand a rally as they were up by 1 at the half. Able to withstand Eli Mouton going on a personal run of his own there in that third quarter with some balanced offensive production of their own. So fourth quarter, Ascension Episcopal down by 4. Let's try to give you some sponsors here again. C&G Boats, providing safe and reliable marine transportation across the Gulf Coast. C&G Boats is a marine transportation company that specializes in services to support oil and gas operators and other customers both on the shelf and in deep water. Ian and Ted Kurgan Sonic Drive-In Restaurant support Blue Gator basketball as well as youth sports throughout Acadiana. Stop by Sonic to show your appreciation to Ian and Ted Kurgan for their support of Ascension Athletics. Matt Roth, Quick Slant's quarterly youth sports magazine, covers all of Acadiana's youth sports. The Ascension Booster Club. Call the school if you're interested in becoming a member or go to their Facebook page. Two-pointer put up by Jalen Johnson. Turnover by the Blue Gators. Largest lead of the basketball game for the Eagles, 29-23. Blue Gators get the basketball. Here comes Mouton trying to corral it, able to find LeBlanc. Defense of the Eagles able to recover. Missed opportunity there, but is Mouton going to make it up? No, three-pointer falls short. And here come the Eagles. They'll go ahead and set up their offense. Foul called on Mouton. I believe that's his first. With the foul on the floor, obviously, so Eagles basketball. And here goes Johnson, had a step. He gets the dunk. Jalen Johnson had a step on Ronald LeBlanc as he was left open on the offensive end, was able to make the Blue Gators pay. There he is, the call, as the Blue Gators are self-destructing right now, down 31-23. Largest lead of the game for the Eagles. Good job by Mouton, causing trouble there for Byrne. Byrne does a good job of recovering, getting the ball to Johnson, who puts up the mid-range shot. And it falls. Credit to Byrne there for being able to keep his composure under heavy defense by Eli Mouton. And a great job by Johnson of finishing it off. So 33-23, 10-point lead in favor of the Eagles. 6:54 to go in your ball game. Given the rest of your sponsors here, Drs. Tony and Rick Leone, your supporters of Blue Gator Athletics, as well as youth sports across all of Acadiana. Dr. Rick Leone's full-service ophthalmology practice in Lafayette provides patients with superior vision correction services. Rick's wife, Dr. Tony Leone, is a board-certified pediatrician providing nursing specialties, committed to providing comprehensive in-home healthcare services guided by a risk management program. Nursing Specialties is committed to recognizing and respecting each patient's individual needs and to expressing this respect throughout their daily performance. Give NSI a call for all your home healthcare needs. All right, Blue Gators down by 10 here in the fourth quarter. Still plenty of time. You're not going to get back the 10 points all at once. You got to get it. Got to put something together here if you're the Blue Gators.
Go defense.
Eagles with the double team on Ronald LeBlanc. They're determined not to let him be a factor in this game. A quadruple team on LeBlanc.
Let's go defense.
Ronquillo drive. Travel call. Great defensive play by Byrne there. Able to get his hands on the basketball and cause the travel by Ronquillo. Now Coach Mouton going to go ahead and ask for an explanation of the call there. Coach Mouton asking the ref if he knew what the call was. All right, back to play now. Johnson gets it out to Bias, who puts up a three-pointer, no good. Ball goes back over to Johnson, though. Gets back over to Byrne, who sets up the defense, sets up the offense. Good ball movement here by the Eagles as they look to waste off precious time here. Not really in any quick hurry to get points on the board, but taking off that time is just as valuable. Turnover there by the Eagles as the Blue Gators get the ball back without having to give up any points. Here goes Eli Mouton, looking to see if he can catch the defense snapping, but they were ready for him. Eli Mouton with a long three-pointer falls in. Wow, he shot that one from the timeline, but it went in. Huge three-pointer, narrows the lead to 7. So what a three-point shot by Eli Mouton as he made it, almost exactly midway between the three-point line and the midcourt line, hitting it from the timeline, and wow. Again, though, the score in favor of the Eagles, 33-26. But still 5.5 minutes to go left in the ball game. Plenty of time for Ascension Episcopal to make the comeback here. And really, even when Ascension's been able to get the lead, they just haven't been able to keep it for for a long period of time. As the Eagles have played great teamwork, especially on offense, and been able to keep themselves ahead here in this ball game. Ronquillo comes up, and that just gives Bias a chance to drive it down the middle. Bias, he's dangerous when he decides to take it to the basket. That time, though, the drive to the basket doesn't end in any points as the Blue Gators are the recipients of an Eagles turnover. Another three-pointer from the timeline. This one does not fall, though. Mouton trying to hit it once again, but does not fall. That was a great play by Ronald LeBlanc because Byrne was looking for his man back door, and LeBlanc doing a great job of kicking the ball out of bounds, so preventing what could have been an easy two-point play. Bias is just too quick off the dribble. Not able to finish the play, though. Here comes Mouton down the court. Finds an open Ronquillo. Gets it back to Mouton. 2-3 zone still employed by the Eagles. Nice pass by Mouton. Baskekou over to LeBlanc. Trying to finish it off. Doesn't get the basket, but will get the foul. So LeBlanc will go to the free throw line for a critical 2 points. 35-26 in favor of the Eagles. These are big shots here. First one falls for LeBlanc. Narrows the lead to 8. LeBlanc putting up the second of 2 free throws. That one rims in and out. So the lead cut down to 8, just over 4 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Still time, but it's running out. Great job by Mouton causing issues on the defensive end. LeBlanc not able to come up with the turnover. So ball will stay over with the Eagles. But a great job by LeBlanc Mouton causing havoc there in the backcourt. Johnson tries to drive, sets up his man, who gets the foul call. So Tanner Wiggins, the recipient of the Johnson dribble drive, and he'll go to the line for 2. So Tanner Wiggins at the free throw line looking to add his 3rd and 4th point of the night. He gets his 3rd. He gets his 3rd. We'll see if he gets his 4th. Lead back up to 9. Does not get the fourth. The lead stays at 9. Here comes Eli Mouton. Long three-point shot once again is off. Tanner Wiggins with the rebound. Tough rebound by Val Wiggins. Cross-court pass to Brooks Thomas. Who's fouled by Jake Arsenault.
Let's go right here, Chris.
36-27, 3:37 to go here in the ball game. Ball nearly stolen by Arsenault. Arsenault still on Johnson. Ball still not across half court. It finally does for the Eagles. Great trap there by the Blue Gators. Causes the turnover. Great pressure defense there by the Blue Gators. Gets the ball back for Ascension. Lead at 9 in favor of the Eagles. An open Arsenault decides to pass on the shot. Goes in for 2, does not get the finish. Rebound goes over to the Eagles, who look to go up the court with it. Finds Johnson, who drives. Over Ronquillo, no good. Rebound by LeBlanc. And here comes the Blue Gators the other way. Here comes Mouton. He's got the quickness. Gets it over to Arsenault. Passes on the 3. Blocking foul called on number 23, Jalen Johnson of the Eagles. Foul on the floor, though, so no free throws here. Timeout taken by Coach Eric Mouton. 36-27, 9-point lead. Blue Gators still have time, but again, it's running a little short. They're going to have to put together a run. The good news for them, though, is that they do have the basketball with a chance to cut it to either 6 or 7. I want to thank our sponsors here, C&G Boats, providing safe and reliable marine transportation across the Gulf Coast. C&G Boats is the marine transportation company that specializes in services to support oil and gas operators and other customers both on the shelf and in deep water. Ann and Ted Kurgan Sonic Drive-In Restaurant support Blue Gator basketball, as well as youth sports throughout Acadiana. Stop by Sonic to show your appreciation to Ann and Ted Kurgan for their support of Ascension Athletics. Want to say thank you to Matt Roth. Quick Slant's Quarterly Youth Sports Magazine covers all of Acadiana's youth sports. The Ascension Booster Club. Call the school if you're interested in becoming a member, or go through their Facebook page. Again, the Ascension Booster Club.
Come on, Gators.
All right, Blue Gators with the basketball, down by 9, 2:53 to go in the ball game. LeBlanc to inbound it to Mouton. So here we go. Mouton gets it over to Arsenault, gets it to LeBlanc. 3-point shot goes in. LeBlanc showing some range with the three-pointer. So now the 4-6. Press defense broken up. Turnover goes down the way. Here goes LeBlanc. LeBlanc able to draw the foul. And the referee's going to reverse the call. Initially calling it on Byrne on the defense, but the referee's reversing the call to Eric Mouton's disapproval. So the call will go on LeBlanc.
Go right here, Elijah.
So Coach Mouton trying to argue his case to the officials to no avail. Full court press here set up by Ascension Episcopal as he's having a conversation with one of the referees.
Good job, Blake. Good job right there, Blake. Don't wait so long.
Great job by Arsenault there. Well,
you're waiting too long. Let's throw the ball.
Apparently not. They called the foul on him. Looked like it was some good pressure defense there by Arsenault, but the foul called will put Bias at the free throw line. Bias on the night has done a pretty good job of driving the basketball for the Eagles, loosening up that zone defense, or cutting through that zone defense. Misses the first free throw of a 1-and-1. Ball goes over to Ascension, so Ascension comes unscathed on those free throws. And Mouton goes ahead and tries to take Byrne off the dribble. Byrne ready for him, though. 1:54 to go here. Blue Gators down by 9. They need a basket. I say down by 6. Here goes Arsenault, not able to finish. That would have cut the lead to 4. That was a huge miss there by Arsenault, unfortunately for the Blue Gators. Still time to make it up, though. 6-point lead for the Eagles, 1:30 to go in this ball game. Again, the Eagles, if they get a win tonight, can go all the way from 5th to 3rd place in district play.
Come on, 2-3.
While the Blue Gators could fall to 4th place if they don't get the victory tonight. So Johnson with the ball at the free throw line, first of 2. Or I should say 1-and-1. First shot goes in. And Jalen Johnson has been the leading scorer for them tonight. Second free throw is up and in. Lead up to 8. 1:22 to go. Good job by Mouton, able to hold on to the basketball in the midst of a sea of Eagles. Shot put up by Mouton. Hits nothing but air, and the ball goes over to the Eagles. The fans are letting Mouton hear it a little bit there. Mouton had himself a great spurt there in the 3rd quarter, but other than that, the ball has not really found its way inside the basket for him in this game.
Go right here, Elijah.
That being said, though, Eli Mouton still in double figures, as he always manages to get in double figures, whether it's a win or a loss. Free throw missed by Elijah Swan. And that's what's keeping Ascension in this ball game, is missed free throws down the stretch by the Eagles. Swan puts up the second free throw to no avail. And here go the Blue Gators. They've got an opportunity here at a fast break, but good transition defense here by the Eagles. Inside of a minute to go, 8-point lead for the Eagles. Vasquez with the 3-pointer. Hits the front of the rim, no good. Ball goes over to the Eagles. Johnson on the other end. Misses the dunk. And here comes Ascension the other way. Gets a chance here for a basket. Getting it to a 2-possession game if you can make it here. Ball shot no good. And a technical foul called on Eli Mouton. So Eli Mouton missing the layup there. Said something apparently the referee did not like, and the technical foul called on him. Got to keep your emotions in check there. 38-30. Still Central Catholic missing free throws down the stretch. Another free throw, no good for Johnson, who otherwise has had himself a very good ball game. As a matter of fact, 14 points on the night for Johnson. Foul called on Arsenault. That'll put Byrne on the free throw line for 2. Byrne with 5 points in the ball game. First of 2 free throws up for Byrne is good. So 6 points on the night for Byrne as the lead increases to 9. Second free throw is good. Give Byrne 7 points on the night. Here come the Blue Gators. Ronquillo with a long 3. Hits the front of the rim, bounces off the backboard, and doesn't fall. So 40-30 will be your final score tonight as the Eagles defeat your Ascension Episcopal Blue Gators. So a disappointing loss for the Blue Gators tonight as they drop to 4-3 in district play. Meanwhile, Central Catholic improves to 4-3 in district play. I want to thank our sponsors again, C&G Boats, Doctors Tony and Rick Leone, Nursing Specialties, Ann and Ted Kerrigan with Sonic Drive-In Restaurants, Matt Roth of Quick Slant's Quarterly Youth Sports Magazine, and the Ascension Booster Club. So the Blue Gators fall tonight to the Central Catholic Eagles, 40-30 on the night for the Blue Gators. Leading the way in scoring, Ronald LeBlanc. 14 points on the night for LeBlanc. For Eli Mouton, 12 points on the night for him, and Jake Vaskaku had 4. And on the other side, leading the way for the Central Catholic Morgan City Eagles, Jalen Johnson having 14 points on the night. Blake Byrne had 7. Elijah Swan 6. Davion Bias had 4. Tanner Wiggins had 3. And Brooks Thomas had 2. So that'll do it for the broadcast tonight. Again, make sure you tune in next Friday, I should say, as the Ascension Episcopal Blue Gators look to get back on the winning track as they take on a Hanson team that they defeated by 23 points back in Youngsville. This matchup, though, will be on the road in Hanson. Steve Pellick will have the broadcast for you at ESPN1420 AM and ESPN1420.com. For Steve Pellican, for Coach Eric Mouton of Ascension Episcopal, for our fine sponsors, I'm Brandon Como, wishing you a very good night.
See y'all later.
All right, cool.
We'll talk to you on Friday.
Take my back, man. Oh, thanks. Son played good. Thank you. Yeah, he's got a good all-around game. Yeah. Oh yeah, he was trying to. He was one of the main reasons why we couldn't get him in the facility.
And usually somebody starts playing good on the floor, they'll shoot good.
Yeah.
They quit playing. When her first Megan, they quit playing.
Yeah. He's got good size for him.
Good meeting you.
Well, you too.
You don't keep the RV anymore? What's up? You don't keep the I did last year.